Surviving the first fight in my new plane has taught me a few very important lessons. The first one, which Bölke later reinforced, is to stay with the flight. Bölke intended to stay above the enemy Nieuports, pressure them, and swoop down on them as opportunities present themselves. There is no need to fight the enemy on equal terms, he later explained to me. By prematurely diving on a Nieuport, I separated myself from the rest of the flight and came down in front of another Nieuport I didn't even see until it started shooting at me. Next time I have to stay with the flight and fight as part of the unit. I also learned that the Fokker E1 is a fine enough aircraft to fly around in, but the engine is simply not powerful enough. It's losing speed in a tight turn so quickly that you need to keep the nose down to avoid stalling, and that becomes very dangerous and almost impossible at low altitudes. On top of that, the aircraft becomes even more unstable and sluggish when it is close to stalling, which can then lead into a very sudden wing stall. Compared to the Fokker E1, the Nieuport seems to have equal or slightly better flight characteristics at the low speeds in a turn fight, and is faster in a straight line too. This makes it a formidable opponent. Consequently, I should do everything I can to avoid situations where I'm fighting more than one Nieuport at a time. Still, surviving the first encounter with enemy fighters and being able to learn from it is an important achievement and significantly increases my chances of survival. I will take the lesson to heart and do better next time. Hello there, and welcome to a new episode of our wonderful Wings Over Flanders Fields campaign, where we are playing as the German pilot Felix von Berg, flying a Fokker E1 single-seat Scout for FFA 62, based in Douai in Flanders. It is now early in the morning on the 12th of January 1916. It seems that we will have clear skies today with just a few clouds, and it also looks like the whole squadron will be going on today's mission together. So I wonder what they have planned for us. Let's go and take a look. I'm curious. What will it be? Aha, briefing from the commandant. Meine Herren, our mission is airfield defense. And the enemy have been attacking our airfields again. Our destination is the friendly airfield, Falempin, 9 miles away. They suggest that we fly at an altitude of 2,800 meters, and we must remain in the area for at least 21 minutes. Kette 1 will directly assist in the objectives, so they will fly top cover. Kette 2 is being led by Bölke, then there is Hess, and then there is me. Kette 1 led by Immelmann with Alfred Österreicher and Siegfried Henger. Siegfried Henger, good morale, just average skills. So he's still quite a new pilot. Okay, let's see. What is planned for today? Looks like we've been doing some flying. We are first flying southeast to a point where we can circle up, but I'm gonna move that a little bit northwards. Maybe like so. We'll circle up near Douai. And from there we will then fly north-northwest to waypoint 1, which is near the airfield, and then we'll be patrolling in between these points or around the airfield, basically, for 21 minutes. We will circle up to 2,400 meters, so we will... Okay, we are going quite high. 2,800 meters is the target altitude. That is quite high for our aircraft. Alright, let's go to the field and see how it looks today. Let's see. We have a wind of 16 knots, a moderate breeze, west-southwest. Okay, clear of few clouds. Alright, let's go to the field. Okay, here we are at takeoff. And we are turning the engines on. And off we go. Looks like indeed the weather is quite good. I think today will be an enjoyable flight. It looks really lovely with the few clouds scattered about. It does. It really does. And it also looks like most of the snow has melted away. A bit of snow here and there has still remained, but most of it has melted away by now. Which is a shame, I like the snow. It's nice to see the landscape covered in snow, I think. I do like it. But okay, here we are. So we said that from here on we will first be flying up pretty much east to our circle up waypoint. So let's get into a formation here as we turn around, and then we'll be going that way. 6 Fokkers today. I pity the enemy who dares to venture into the vicinity of the airfield that we are protecting. It's once again that area up to the north where we encountered the enemy formation in the previous episode. So maybe they will return today, who knows? We'll see. For now, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna circle up to altitude, and then I think we'll resume the video as we are nearing the airfield that we are supposed to protect. Welcome back. We have company. We are still circling up. We had to circle up waypoint, but we suddenly have company. This time, I'm not gonna make the same mistake as last time. I'm gonna try to stay with my flight lead so that I don't get singled out. Well, one of them certainly wants to single me out. Flight lead, no, somebody behind me is shooting, I hope, at the Newport that was after me. He's still after me. We have a fight. 2 Newports. These guys are either incredibly foolish or incredibly brave to get entangled with 6 Fokkers. Or there are more Newports high up that I didn't see. Here's an opportunity. Whoa. Close encounters. Oh, I must be careful not to collide with anybody. You can hear the pop 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 of friendly machine gun fire. Is that a Newport? Yes, it is. 2 incredibly foolish Frenchmen. I think those are French. Yeah, they are. Staying behind him, but damn, he's in danger. We are circling down. Am I gaining on him in the turn? Not really. So let's pull this move. Where'd he go? Did he go out of the turn? No, he's still here. But now shooting at me. Okay. Obviously that turn didn't do it for me. Let's try something else. Okay. Okay, okay. Don't give him a window to shoot. Okay. Keep the nose up as much as possible. And now he made a mistake. Or he's losing his nerve. Today I'm not spraying and praying as much as I did last time. Whoa. Jesus Christ. Dude, we are not jousting. We are not jousting, my dear French friend. Well, in a way we are, but not like that. Where'd he go? Lost him in the sun. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nose down. Whoa, there he is. Stalled out there. Almost went into a bad spin. But recovered. Come here. Pat, 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 pat. I got you now. I got you now. You're slow. Oh, that hurt, didn't it? That hurt. Oh, is the pilot wounded? I think he is. He's not doing much of any flying anymore. I think he's wounded. Or his engine is busted up. Something of that sort, because he's suddenly also very slow. I'm bringing him down. Here's my chance. Yeah, he's not able to pull away. Was he unconscious there for a moment, maybe? Maybe high G-forces? I'm not sure. But I am gonna take him down. Nah, I think he's wounded. He's done. I'm just able to lay into him. Engine is puffing a bit. More hits. Flipping. But I think he is going to go down. I think that's it for him. I am so claiming this guy. Come on. He's very slow and he doesn't seem to be getting out of this turn. I wonder if he is actually unconscious in there. I'm a little bit slow here, so I have to be careful that I don't suddenly stall the wing. That would have bad consequences for me. Just shooting into his wing a bit more, but I think that's it. I think he's actually unconscious. He's going in. Yeah, that's a tree. Oh, he just missed the tree. Yeah, but I think he is gonna touch down. He's not making another circuit around these trees. He's losing height. Yeah. Yeah, there he goes. Jeez. I wonder how many rounds I still have. There are the others. Let's rejoin them. Let's not stall the plane right now, that would be silly. Okay. More flak fire over there. Is the second one that way? Must be. Yeah, that's the second one. Running away. What the hell were they doing here? I wonder how many rounds I have left. I'm gonna list Bölke as my witness. He definitely was nearby. There. They are my guys. So I brought him down right next to Douai, just to the west of Douai. One Newport 10 shot down at what do we have now? 8:44 in the morning, just west of Douai. And this must be Bölke. Yeah, Bölke and Hess. Okay, we joined with those. Nice. So I guess we can continue the mission now. Once again climb up to altitude and fly towards Vollenpan to resume our patrol. Kette 1 is over there. They have a bit of height on us. We now have to climb up again. Oh my god, what a start to the day. But that's one Newport for me. I hope this will be confirmed and not claimed by somebody else. I'm not sure if that was the Newport that I put some shots in early on, or if I, in the mix-up of the whole fight, got behind the second Newport somehow. But in any case, that guy, yeah, he went in. Maybe he's wounded, maybe somebody can help him and he can survive. But that didn't look good for him. That really didn't look good for him. Oh boy. Okay. So, we'll continue the mission. And we'll resume the video if something else happens along the way. I really wonder how many rounds I still have. I expended a lot of ammunition there. Maybe I have another 100 rounds. That would be good. But I don't know. Let me continue this for now. Hey, welcome back. Just a short little update. We have circled to altitude and we are now on our way to the target. But I have a feeling that something might be wrong with my engine. It doesn't seem to be producing as much power as it should. I mean, even the other E1 seems to be pulling away from me there. I wonder if my engine has been hit. But it's definitely not producing the power that it should produce, I think. At least it feels that way. The aircraft feels kind of sluggish and heavy due to having even less engine power than it usually has. So it is really felt, but so far the revolutions per minute, they might be lower than usual. I think they definitely are. And I wonder if they are dropping. I wonder if I should... Whoops. I wonder if I should fly home. I'll keep observing this. But so far the engine is not making any weird noises. No. No, it's not making any weird noises. So I don't know. We'll continue. And I'll keep monitoring the engine. But maybe in the fight something got damaged. I have a feeling that it did. And it's definitely not pulling as it should. No. Okay. And I'll pause in the video. And we'll continue, I guess when we are above the target. Or if suddenly my engine starts to give up. Welcome back. So We are now circling this area. So I think the airfield that we are supposed to protect is just below my wing. I'm hesitating a little bit to take a look at it now because, well, I will move my position in the formation. Where is it? There it is, right there. That's the airfield. And so far all is well as far as enemy attackers are concerned. What is not well still seems to be my engine. I think the revs have gone down just a tiny bit, and I am also struggling to maintain speed and altitude with the flight leader. I'm struggling with that a little bit, and he is already blipping his engine a lot. I can tell by the puffs of smoke. You have seen one just now. That means he's blipping the engine. We can't really hear it due to the racket that my and the other engine over there are producing. But yeah, his E2 would otherwise just pull away from both of us, and especially for me right now. So I'm still just observing my rev counter. Over there is chain 1. There they are. All 3 of them. The airfield that we are protecting is just below us, and we are flying circles around it, looking for any more enemies that are foolish enough to venture over the lines and come this way. And now I do have to blip a little bit. Seems like I have arrived back in formation. I really do wonder if something is damaged though. Maybe I've worn out the gasket or something. Also, fuel. I am, I think, at about 30% of fuel remaining. So that is something that I need to watch as well. That is something that I definitely need to watch as well. Okay. We'll continue patrolling around the airfield here. And we'll resume the video once I have something new to tell you. So, see you in just a moment. Welcome back. We are still circling the airfield, and we have some kind of contact over there. I think it's an aviatic. No flak is shooting at it. It might just be an aviatic coming in to land on that airfield. It does look a bit like an aviatic. I'm going to cut the corner here a little bit just to take a quick look. But I think that it is indeed an aviatic. Yeah, aviatic. Okay, nothing for us to be concerned about. This is after all why we're here. To make sure that friendly aircraft can land and take off without being pounced on by some adventurous enemy Nieuports. Okay, I'm gonna get back into formation. My revs are not dropping further than they already have. So I think the engine is holding for now, even though it is not producing as much power. For now it's holding. But fuel is starting to become an issue. I think I'm now at basically, yeah, quarter. Even less, I think. I think I'm now below 25% of my fuel. We have a few minutes more to circle here before we head back to Dubai. Welcome back. We have arrived back at Dubai, and we are currently circling down towards the field. so that we can come in for a landing. I actually have two Fokkers in front of me here, that looks nice. The problem that we are facing right now is that I'm almost out of fuel and so is everybody else. So I really do hope that the last few drops or the last few liters that we have are enough to get us safely down there. Oh, we're all landing together, that's gonna be awesome. Now some are making another circle. I'm gonna follow Bölke, he's just in front of me here. I'm gonna bring my machine down. Everybody else seems to be doing another circle. Okay, I just have to hope that the last bit of fuel that I have is gonna be enough. Oops. I really don't have a lot. We're almost at 0. And I wonder if the E2, which has a more powerful engine, is a bit hungrier when it comes to fuel. So maybe his fuel state is even lower than mine is. Or maybe he has a bigger fuel tank. I'm not sure. In any case, I'm coming in. And so is everybody else. Okay. I'm going to follow him. The field is over there. Any moment now we will turn towards it. And then we'll finally be safely on the ground. After a flight that was certainly tense. Let me put it that way. Those two French pilots, they were, as I said, either incredibly brave and confident, or really foolish and confident. Well, I think all of that to a degree. It was certainly foolish of them to fly so deep behind enemy lines, just the two of them, and to then attack a formation of 6 Fokkers. I mean, that's some seriously dumb confidence. I'm surprised that they even attacked us, considering that there was 6 of us. They usually, I don't know why they attacked us. They should have thought better. Okay, one is already down. Another one circled overhead, but I have to focus on the landing now. Oh, hi Bölke. Don't want to crash into you. Keep the aircraft stable. And try to touch down with a soft grip here. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That was good. Okay, flare it out. And I think now we just need to slow down. And I choked off the engine. Okay, that's fine. Don't run into me, please. And the others are coming. Oh boy. What a mission. Almost out. Almost out of fuel. I'll wait for the other 3. There's the last of them. I hope he makes it down before he runs out. I'll wait for these 3. And then we'll go to the debrief. But oh my god, okay. My hand is a bit numb because it was gripping the joystick too tight, I guess. I can relax now. I can finally relax. What a mission. What a fight that we had up there in the air. Well, even not that high. We weren't even that high when the fight started. We were still circling up and hadn't gotten far when it kicked off. But what a fight that was. Fights in the Fokker, they are so intense, I tell you. So incredibly intense, because you're not only fighting your enemy, you are fighting this aircraft and its flight characteristics at the same time. You really are. It's not an easy plane to fly at very low speed while you're trying to turn into your enemy, or while you're trying to evade his line of fire. It's really a handful. It's difficult to fly, it's slow, it barely keeps in the air. And then you even have to try to get your own machine gun on target, so it's a really intense experience. I can tell you that much, it really is. Okay, these two have made it down. The last one is just about to turn towards the airfield. And then everyone will be down. And then we'll have a nice line of Fokkers on the field here. With myself a little bit out of it. I choked my engine a little bit too early. Okay. His engine is burning the last bit of fuel in the cylinders. And here comes the last one. His engine is still working, that's a good sign. If his engine continues to work for a little bit longer, then we'll all be okay. Nobody has died, nobody has been shot down. Not sure if the Newports managed to get hits into any one of us. But we certainly stitched up them. Especially myself. I think I put a... What was that? I saw that. Did your engine just suddenly give up or something like that? Not sure. But here comes the last one. I'm hoping to continue to hear this noise until his wheels have touched the ground. I think it's looking good. Even if his engine cuts out now, he'll be able to glide down. But he must be really on fumes now. We cut it a little bit close. And that is why when you fly the Fokker, you always bring 100% fuel. You never know when an unexpected fight is suddenly going to require a lot more fuel than you thought you would need for the patrol. And here he is. Safely on the ground. I didn't take a look at my own aircraft yet to check for damage, so let's do that right now. Did I get hit? I don't see anything, I don't see any holes or tears in my wings or in the fuselage. I think we are fine. I think we are fine. We did not get damaged here. Ah, what a nice picture with our Fokkers lined up like this, isn't it? Burger's engine is doing weird things. Okay, I think his engine might have problems all of a sudden. But that was a nice mission. Wait, let me take a look at our planes like this. A nice view. Some air rate or some alert is going up, I'm not sure why. Ah, this is nice. That's all of us, right? I didn't forget anybody? No, that's all of us. 1, 2, 3... Okay, there's another one back there. Hidden behind the other ones. Very nice. I very much enjoyed today's patrol, I tell you that much. We had a really nice fight with those new ports, and I can claim one of them. Which I'm going to do in just a moment. Okay. Let's go to the debrief. Outcomes. Okay. Let's check. I fired 149 rounds, so my estimation that I have about 100 rounds left was actually correct. Wow. 35 round hits. Which means an accuracy of 23%. That's actually quite good. Our total flying time was 82 minutes. We must fight on, get ready for your next sortie. We landed at our home airfield. It's still damaged from enemy bombers. And let's see, total of 3 aircraft took off without incidents, 3 craft reached the designated patrol area, 3 craft made it safely back to the airfield for landing, and landed safely. The airfield was reasonably well defended, and we did manage to shoot down some enemy machines. Congratulations. Yes. Let's go to the details. Let's see, oh yeah, everybody got a few shots in. Everybody landed back at dry, but I think it looks like I'll be the only one who claims something. So let's do that right now. Bölke will be my witness. We will claim Newport 10. And let me just type out a good narrative. I filled in the report. I will read it to you later when we see it in the claims menu. For now, let's click done. Claim is completed. Yes, we are claiming 1 aircraft for ourselves. Let's see if we get the claim awarded to us. A new day. It is now the 14th of January 1916, so we skipped 1 day actually. At 9 o'clock, the enemy shows no sign of letting up, and nor will we. Currently the ground on the front is quiet, apart from minor barrages and exchange of small arms fire. Be careful of machine gun nests when flying low over the front. Current enemy air operations are quite numerous, and the air war has been dubbed as Fokker Scourge. Viel Glück. You are advised that 1 victory claim has been rejected. Ah, damn it. Due to lack of visual confirmation and or corroboration. What I suspect happened is that probably everybody claimed that plane. And so yeah. Okay, it is what it is. Still, I'm gonna read you what I wrote. I think what I wrote makes sense. Let's see the news. Okay, I've read that to you last time. Pole Merit for Immelmann and Bölke. And now, on the 14th of January, RFC adopts new tactics. In response to the continuing threat posed by the Fokker Eindecker monoplane fighter, the Royal Flying Corps has adopted a formal policy of formation flying. Although aircraft have hitherto operated as singles or pairs, tactical flexibility is now judged to be a necessity. All Royal Flying Corps reconnaissance aircraft will now be escorted by multiple fighters in an attempt to counter the German threat. That's interesting. What does that mean for us? Well, it might mean that their fighters won't be able to roam as much on our side of the lines, hunting for our 2-seaters. It could mean that they are taking up a more defensive approach, where they are more and more tied to their own 2-seaters, protecting those. It's also gonna make it, of course, much more difficult to shoot down enemy 2-seaters. Which, of course, is the reason why we are up here. Our mission, basically, our main mission is to prevent enemy 2-seaters from conducting reconnaissance. That's what both air forces really at this point in time were trying to do their own reconnaissance flights to help their own artillery, and of course preventing the enemy from doing the same. Okay, we'll see how this plays out, I guess. For now, let's hit done. I think I'll request a leave before we go up again. I think I'll do that, but let's take a quick look here. Okay, claims. Newport 10C. Rejected. Let me read it to you. Oh wait, I can't read it to you. It's too long. I wrote too much. But I think I can recall what I wrote. Okay. We had arrived at our circle up waypoint near Douai and were in the process of climbing to altitude. At a height of about 1,500 meters, our formation was suddenly attacked by a pair of Newport 10C single-seaters. At first I tried to stay on the wing of my flight lead Bölke, but had to break away as one of the Newports circled onto my tail. A confusing turning fight ensued, as every member of our flight took shots at the Newports. I observed many near collisions and only narrowly avoided some myself. At one point, the Newport I was chasing turned around and came at me head-on. I only managed to avert a collision by pulling away sharply at the last moment. Eventually, I got onto the tail of a low and slow Newport, the other had turned away and fled, and got a good and long burst into him. I must have wounded the pilot because his maneuvers suddenly became very sluggish. This allowed me to stay on his tail and continue to shoot his aircraft. The Newport entered a sustained right-hand turn, slowly losing the little altitude it still had. I stopped shooting at the plane because I suspected that the enemy pilot was either unconscious or dead. The Newport continued this descending turn until it crashed into a tree. The Newport was shot down at 0840, just west of Douai town. This was witnessed by the whole squadron, including Bölke. Okay, witnessed by Oswald Bölke, this is probable, blah blah blah, but rejected, yeah, okay. Shame. Could have been my second kill. But that's just something that happened all the time, especially if a fight was as confused as this and everybody seemingly got shots in. It was difficult later to decide who would get it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take leave, or I'm gonna request it. If it will be granted is another story. Submit a request, and I have been awarded a 48-hour pass. So, another 2 days of me not flying. Let's see, 2 missions were flown, 1 airman in the first mission and 4 airmen in the second mission. No casualties sustained. Welcome back from leave. Another day in the Great War. It is now the 16th of January. The enemy shows no sign of letting up, and nor will we. The rest you know. Let's see. Did anything else happen? Did any of our historic aces score another kill? Oh, by the way, I don't think I have introduced you to every squadron member, right? Let's maybe do that right now. So, Bölke, oh yeah, he scored another one. He's now up to 9. A historic ace. He has joined the squadron in mid-December with the Fokkers. Then Lieutenant der Reserve Ernst Hess, he was already with us as we were flying the Aviatik. He's still here, so far he didn't score a kill yet. He's also a historic ace, so at some point he will start scoring kills. Then we have Max Zimmelmann. He is now still at 8, so Bölke is pulling ahead. Lieutenant der Reserve Alfred Österreicher, he came together with Bölke, a respectable marksman and shows promising tactics. Another historic ace, with 0 kills so far. And then this guy joined us, well, basically as a replacement for Büchner. Not a historic ace. Apart from me, the only non-historic pilot in the squadron, which is a problem to be honest. But okay, this here is Gefreiter Siegfried Henger, from Salem in Germany. He is a good pilot, but with many bad habits. Great morale. He has flown 10 missions so far, has 10 flying hours, and 1 confirmed kill. He had that when he came to the squadron, so he scored that somewhere else. Well, that's our squadron. And I think before we end today's video, I want to take a quick look at what happened in this mission. Let's select all air activity. I will zoom in a bit. Maybe. No, that's too much. Zoom out. Like so. Let's go. We are becoming airborne. All of us are becoming airborne from Dubai. We are flying to here, starting to circle, and then immediately trouble. Newport 10C, Escadrille 57. Them again. Takes hits from a Fokker E1. Okay, so I was not the only one getting hits in. Then my rounds hit one of the Newports. It takes hit from either Immelmann or Bölke, because those two are flying the E2. Takes hits from another E1. Yeah, those Newports got messed up. An Airco DH2 becomes airborne from Trezin. That's somewhere on the enemy side of the line, of course, but it's interesting to know that DH2s are operating in our area now. That's too interesting to pass up. It's up here, near Bethune. That's an important information to have. Okay. German entrenched troops are taking hits. Yeah, looks like some aircos are strafing the lines. Strafing the lines quite a lot. Near Nesle, wherever that is. That's way down in the south. Aviatic B2, Airco, Aviatic becomes airborne from Felempin. This is the airfield that we are supposed to protect. We are still fighting here. And then Newport 10C collides with a trio building. Alright, that's the one that I shot down. And yeah. Here it is acknowledged. That crash came as a result of my shots, but I guess just everybody had a shot at that guy. Let's see, the other Newport was running away at this point, and it looks like it was flying too close to our airfield, and it's now being torn up by anti-aircraft fire. Let's see if it goes down, maybe. Airco. B2C's become... Fokker E3 takes hits from British entrenched troops somewhere. Yasta for B, okay. Let's continue. Does anything happen to this Newport? Yeah, we are now continuing, or once again trying to circle up to altitude. Meanwhile, it looks like some Fokker E3s are strafing British troops somewhere. 40 miles away from me. There was a lot of activity today. Okay, Newport. What happened to the Newport? Forced down. So the second Newport didn't escape. It was forced down here, near Lens. By damage from German AA guns. Nice. Okay, we continue to circle up. As these air cores and these Fokker E3s, they're still strafing troops on the ground. Big exchange of fire there. Well away from me. Many miles away. We are still circling up. Jeez. What the fight they had there. Wherever there is. I'm just clicking through this, but it's a lot of reports. Okay, there we go. Nope, still strafing. As I'm trying to circle up here. A lot of strafing. Looks like there were a lot of losses today on both sides. It's really not a great idea to strafe troops on the ground. not a great use of our aircraft, to be honest. Especially not the Fokkers, they're a bit fragile. Sending them into rifle fire? I don't know, not the smartest thing. We continue our patrol, we start to circle the airfield. And now some B-2Cs are dropping bombs somewhere. Today was a very active day. We fly around the area, and then we fly back towards Douai. An aviatic lands at Hoboda. I'm low on fuel, less than 10%. Yeah. And then we circle down and we all start to land at Douai. And that's the mission. Oh boy. A lot of things happened today. But the important thing is those two Newports are not getting home. Both are gone. It's a shame that I didn't get the credit for this one, but I just guess that everybody claimed a piece of it. Let's go back to the menu. It's okay, we'll get another chance. It's now the 16th of January already. Heavy cloud cover. That could be an interesting flight. So, I think for now, I want to thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope that you have enjoyed this intense fight that we had. Damn, at one point I stalled my aircraft. I almost died right there. Thankfully, it stalled in such a way that the nose pointed straight down and I was able to pick up speed and level out again. But that could have gone very badly. I could have gone into a flat spin right there, and that low to the ground, you're not getting out. Another day where I almost died, yay! But I'm somehow still alive, and the enemy is poorer from 2 Newports. Okay, once again, thank you very much for watching today's episode. I do hope that you enjoyed it and that you are looking forward to more. Until then, have some really great days and goodbye.